bitch, nigga. See, you a bitch, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. Hold on, hold on. Let Errol, you a bitch, nigga. Cause you keep talking about a bitch, nigga. You doing all that talking, nigga.
That's how
you doing all that talking, nigga.
Catch me, y'all come back. Catch me, y'all come back.
These real niggas don't talk, nigga. You talking too much.
But like I said, this fight, it's gonna be some iconic shit right here. It's gonna be legendary shit right here. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. This is a legendary old school fight.
Give that whole ass nigga some attention. Put the camera on him, because that's what he's doing. Showing out like a female. Let him finish, bro. Go ahead, EJ.
Y'all done? Y'all done?
You a bitch, nigga. See,
Like I'm trying to tell you guys, that's another example when Terence Crawford loses his cool. I think people need to understand there's a difference between the temperament of Terence Crawford and like someone like Errol Spence. Errol Spence is more of, he's a big guy and he's a strong guy, but he's mostly laid back in his demeanor and his personality. You know, that's Errol. Terence is quiet, but he's mean, and he has a short fuse. As you guys can see, you know, he was ready to come out of that chair. Like I told you guys earlier, I just wanted to show you exactly what was happening. And I'm glad that, shout out to Fight Hype because, Fight Hub, and they definitely showed you who he was talking to. Because, I mean, from what we saw yesterday when we was watching the final presser live, we didn't know who he was talking to. This was a random fucking guy. He was probably maybe one of Errol Spence's cousins or somebody in his entourage or whatever. But, you know, he was no fighter. He was just a dude that was woofing and talking shit in the crowd that was really getting to Terence, and Terence had enough of that. And he was like, yo, shut up. You a bitch. You a bitch. What you want to do? You want the attention? You know, like, you can tell. You see the veins out of his neck? The veins out of his neck was popping, bro. You know what I mean? And that just showed you, like, okay, yeah, Terence is mad. Okay, and let me give you guys a little story that I know Sean Porter, he mentioned it on his podcast, but this is coming from his father, directly from his father, because it was an altercation between Kenny Porter and Terence Crawford. Okay, so Terence, he was pissed off about something, and he stormed out, you know, and Kenny went behind him and ran behind him and like turned him around, and he looked at this kid. He looked like Terence, you know, he had tears in his eyes. He was angry. You know how people get mad and they cry? And he was angry, and then Kenny was like, oh, wait a minute. You know, this looks like it's about to turn into something else, like a physical altercation, because he saw this guy and his temperament, his demeanor, like this guy was ready to fight. That is an example that Terence Crawford has been the same guy. He's just got older over the years, and he's been able at times to kind of maintain it. But then if you notice, you know, you got to look at, you know, he's about to make weight, which he made weight, by the way, okay, 146 point something. And so all the bullshit about the weight draining, that's done. So, because they did it behind closed doors. So you guys will know. I'll do another video. But anyway, no, that's an example of showing you about Terence Crawford, though, and how he has a short fuse, and most quiet people do. That's why, like, the most quietest person in the room, that's the person you better watch if you're in there, you know, causing an altercation or causing a ruckus, okay, because that's the guy that'll get you, okay? It's not the guy that's talking back at you, more than likely, like the guy that was talking at Terence Crawford. That's not the guy. You know, and then that was a result of Terence Crawford actually about to do something, because you keep saying that to Terence, pretty soon he's going to do something. I mean, he did that to Jose Benavidez, you know what I mean? They've got close to blow for blow before the fight, okay? But you guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford exploding on Errol Spence's Entourage. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!